Hello everybody, it's Glass Half Dead here. Before I jump into today's video, I want to point out that it is currently Wednesday the 19th. And if we look on Games Workshop's website that I have on screen here, it's saying big reveals incoming February the 22nd. Okay? Just keep in mind that I'm recording this like 3 days before that happens. But you're not going to see this until after this reveal has happened. And so I'm about to say something. And if it conflicts with the thing that was just announced, that's my bad. Just ignore it. Don't I look like a fool? Don't I have egg on my face? Anyway, let's get into this on your beautiful Monday. And what are we doing? Okay, so this week I am doing what I like to call Glass Half Dead's Conspiracy Week. There's no particular reason for doing it this week. I've just had a lot of ideas about GW at large, about Age of Sigmar, the Old World, 40k, and of course Kill Team, that I thought, hey, let's take a little bit of a break from talking about Kill Team specifically. Let's talk about other things. With that said, let's talk about Kill Team specifically. So, my conspiracy theories for Kill Team. A lot of people are saying, what's up next? What's happening next for Kill Team? Has GW abandoned it? For example, we've been getting White Dwarf articles every month for quite a while now, but this month we haven't had a White Dwarf article. Oh, does that mean it's dead? And we're seeing that the Warhammer community articles are doing now regular monthly features for both Aeronautica Imperialis and Adeptica Titanicus and Necromunda. Where's Kill Team? So I'm just going to answer my should we say conspiracy theory? I think Kill Team is going to get a big release in this year. Now, I don't know when. I suspect it's going to be announced at the Gama trade show, which I think is in March. So it's after Adepticon. I think we're going to get... I don't know what it could be. I suspect it's going to be an expansion, similar to Commanders. I suspect it's going to give us another set of little Kill Team box releases similar to Commanders, but obviously primarily it's going to be a book and new tokens. Now, why do I think this? Well, it's a fair question. It's been 2 years since Kill Team has released now, and I think Kill Team was originally announced at the Gamma trade show, so it's like, hey, Year 1 was a bit of a screw-up from GW. They didn't produce as much as they should have. They didn't push it in the way they should have for how big it became, kind of unexpectedly. So, they had to pull back, they had to regroup. Everything else that we had gotten for Kill Team up to that point was entirely already pre-planned. That was, even if Kill Team had bombed, that was what Kill Team was going to do. It has now been long enough that GW, as big and slow as it is, has managed to say, okay, damn, we underestimated that. Let's do something. So I reckon we're going to get a big release at the Gamma trade show. Now, what could it be? Okay, hold on. Sorry. Before we speculate on that, because that's the real meat of the conspiracy theory, isn't it? I do have another source, aka thing I've made up, to back this up. Now, this is purely circumstantial, purely hearsay. Maybe I'm wrong. My local Games Workshop, every time I go past them, once a week, once every other week, whatever, even if I'm not there to buy something, I'll pop in. The manager's great guy, and I will say, hey, has anybody been in and said they want to play some Kill Team? Because obviously I'm always on the lookout. If I can grab a new guy or girl, gender neutral guy that wishes to play some Kill Team, I can say, oh, awesome, buy your stuff from here, fine. Give GW their blood money if you must. And then come on down to the local club where we play on a more regular basis. With, more correct rules, etc. Better boards and stuff. And, so I'm always on the lookout whenever I go past my local GW. The store manager there always gives me the same answer. I think in the entire time since Kill Team released, I have had one game there. Yeah, I've had one game there. So it's 2 years, one game. For whatever reason, my local GW, there's just no Kill Team scene. And when I asked the local manager, hey, are you pushing Kill Team? Are you going to be running any Kill Team campaigns? I know that you bought, one of the the Kill Team TO boxes? Are you going to be giving out those medals? And he did. He actually gave out 2 sets of them. However, he did it in a way that meant nobody had to play Kill Team. So I was like, okay, well, so be it, I guess. Which was a little bit of a letdown, I'm going to be honest. So obviously, there was no way for me to interact with that because it wasn't Kill Team, it was Big 40k. However, I went down there just the other day and I asked the same question as always. Has anybody in asking for Kill Team? He said, no. I said, fair enough. And as I was about to turn away, and as I was about to turn around, walk away, dejected, considering self-harm, he said, but... Now, it's the first time this conversation's ever gone this far. Like, but what? I turn back and he says, I've got plans for it. In summer, second half of this year, we're going to do something big. And I was like, okay, he's just decided, hey, let's do some Kill Team. Cool. To which I say to him, oh, okay, don't forget, I don't use Facebook. He knows this. I say this every time. Don't forget, I don't use Facebook. So next time I'm down, when something comes up, let me know. To which he says, oh, don't worry, you're no. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Great guy. Maybe he's just having some bants. But I suspect something big is in the pipeline for Kill Team. I think GW has hopefully realised just how valuable Kill Team is as a way to funnel people into their hobby in general. Screw 40k, nobody cares. If you just get people into the hobby, people will go to where they want to go, and Kill Team has a lower buy-in, so they're going there first. But they haven't pushed it. So I suspect this is some sort of enforced, mandated, you need to push Kill Team to the local GW stores. I could be entirely wrong. I don't know. But I think it is. So, with that in mind, with those 2 things coming up, Gama being at roughly the correct time to announce a big thing for Kill Team, to then coincide with my local GW manager, saying we're going to do something, late summer, second half of the year. That seems to work, right? The conspiracy theories are there, so what's coming? Good question. Okay, let's get the basics out of the way. No, screw it. You know what? You guys aren't stupid. You all know where people... We've all done the memes, Kill Team Imperial Knights, Kill Team Apocalypse, Kill Team, etc., right? I don't think they're going to be as dumb as saying Kill Team Fast Attack or Kill Team Heavy Support. I think there are 2 ways they're going to go. I think... Okay. Right. Remember that from Games Workshop's flawed, very incorrect perspective, they believe that 100 points arena is the only form of competitive Kill Team. They are, of course, wrong, but, they wrote the rules, so look how those turned out, right? We can accept that they're wrong, and so they released Commanders and have openly said, we don't expect you to play Commanders competitively. It's not a balanced book. So don't expect GW to release something logical, something that is balanced. Instead, expect them to release something that is fun and fluffy and doesn't really make any sense. And in their minds, doesn't need to be balanced. With that in mind, I believe there are 2 options. One, okay, I don't know what it's going to be called, but effectively, Kill Team boss battles, right? So every faction will get something big. Space Marines will get a Dreadnought, Imperial Guard will get a Sentinel, there'll be some tanks in there, Tyranids will get a Carnifex, that kind of thing, right? Again, it's going to be super fluff heavy. It's going to be, hey, you can, take a 200, 300 point list against one of these big, scary tanks, right? And that'll be fun. That'll be fun if they release that. I don't think that's needed for the game because that's really easy to do yourselves. You just buy the 40k codex for whichever big boss battle you want to run. Say, okay, I'm going to pick the Carnifex. I'm going to give it this loadout. Pick any 200 points worth of models you want. Let's play the game. Boom. Because of the fact that Kill Team uses the 40k stats, you could just run that straight out of the two books. Easy peasy, no problem. Just convert everything to Kill Team rules. What I think they will do instead, perhaps, Kill Team Psychic Awakening. So obviously Psychic Awakening is the current 40k thing, right? So we know that's the thing they're pushing. Is Games Workshop that coordinated? I don't think so, but they should be. So basically this will be an extra psychic unit or 2 psychic units for every faction. Obviously GW will go ahead and say, oh, you shouldn't use these in competitive play. But to be honest, I'm at the point where I think GW is just wrong when they say that. I think, I don't know about you guys, but personally, 125 points is the way to play. I have genuinely converted to 125 points. 100 points is much nicer from a time perspective. If you're a TO, much easier to maintain 100 point levels matches. But 125 is a better game. I'm not saying it's faster. I'm not saying it's just more fun. I'm saying it is a better game. It is better balanced than 100 points. Not in arena. I'm talking open. Haven't considered about 125 in arena. Haven't played it. Not going to comment on it. And frankly, if you're playing 125 points, why not just go up to 200 play commanders with a heavily comped system? I don't know. Anyway, Psychic Awakening Kill Team. So you've got some obvious ones. Tyranids get Zoanthropes, right? Imperial Guard are going to get Weird Vein Psychers, or a Primaris Psyker as a commander option. Who knows? You go ahead, pick your faction, and say they get a Psyker. Great. Now, of course, there are already a few factions that have their psychic options. So what do they get instead? I have no idea. GW gets to figure that one out. I don't need to. It could be along the same vein as a lot of the Psychic Awakening books have additional sub-faction rules for every army, as well as new units, etc. Maybe every army will get another 1 or 2 sub-factions as well, which will be focused on the new psychic model they can bring. I don't know. Lots of options in Kill Team Psychic Awakening. I think that'll be a goer. Now, unlike the release dates and the fact that Kill Team isn't dead from my GW store manager there, I have no reason to think it will be Psychic Awakening or boss battles or anything. I think that perhaps some people might think that, Kill Team Fast Attack or Kill Team Heavy Support is a more logical next step. But I think that we already have some of those models in Kill Team already, and that you shouldn't view Kill Team as troops, elites, fast attack, heavy support. Thematically, that's not really what Kill Team is. Thematically, Kill Team's a little bit more. They are all equal. They're all equal members of Kill Team. So I don't think we can really make that comparison, which is why I think that branching out to a mixture of commander units, HQ units, HQ elite, fast attack, heavy, whatever, from wherever they are in their respective faction codexes, and putting them in just all into the baseline Psychic Awakening book makes more sense. It might also give us some new keywords. Perhaps anything with the psychic keyword can now be taken in addition to 3 specialists. So perhaps every single psychic model that has that particular keyword, Psychic Awakened keyword, whatever, can be essentially an additional specialist. Who knows? That is my hot conspiracy theory take for Kill Team. All I'm saying is I do think big things are coming for Kill Team. I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's at Kill Team 2.0 yet. I think GW is going to hit us with something big this year, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. Anyway, this has been Glass Half Dead. This is the first of my conspiracy theory week. Next up, we have my conspiracy theory thoughts on the old world, and after that, just what is GW going to be announcing at Adepticon? Adepticon, where it claims that it is going to be the biggest announcement Games Workshop has ever made. Anyway, check out tomorrow and the day after, because I am glass half dead, and I hope that you have had a good day and continue to have a good day. Goodbye.